third reading is taken from Evangelii Gaudium, the Joy of the Gospel, by Pope Francis, his apostolic exhortation on the proclamation of the Gospel in today's world. Some cultural challenges. Paragraph 63. The Catholic faith of many peoples is nowadays being challenged by the proliferation of new religious movements, some of which tend to fundamentalism, while others seem to propose a spirituality without God. This is, on the one hand, a human reaction to the materialistic, consumerist, and individualistic society. But it is also a means of exploiting the weakness of people living in poverty and on the fringes of society. People who make ends meet amid great human suffering and are looking for immediate solutions to their needs. These religious movements, not without a certain shrewdness, come to fill within a predominantly individualistic culture a vacuum left by secularist rationalism. We must recognize that if part of our baptized people lack a sense of belonging to the Church, this is also due to certain structures and the occasionally unwelcoming atmosphere of some of our parishes and communities, or to a bureaucratic way of dealing with problems, be simple or complex, in the lives of our people. In many places an administrative approach prevails over a pastoral approach, as does a concentration of administering the sacraments apart other forms of evangelization. The process of secularization tends to reduce the faith and the Church to the sphere of the private and personal. Furthermore, by completely rejecting the transcendent, it has produced a growing deterioration of ethics, a weakening of the sense of personal and collective sin, and a steady increase in relativism. These have led to a general sense of disorientation, especially in the periods of adolescence and young adulthood, which are so vulnerable to change. As the bishops of the United States of America have rightly pointed out, while the Church insists on the existence of objective moral norms which are valid for everyone, there are those in our culture who portray this teaching as unjust, that is, as opposed to basic human rights. Such claims usually follow from a form of moral relativism that is joined, not without inconsistency, to a belief in the absolute rights of individuals. In this view, the Church is perceived as promoting a particular prejudice and as interfering with individual freedom. We are living in an information-driven society which bombards us with data, all treated as being of equal importance, and which leads to remarkable superficiality in the area of moral discernment. In response, we need to provide an education which teaches critical thinking and encourages the development of mature moral values. Despite the tide of secularism which has swept our societies, in many countries, even those where Christians are a minority, the Church, the Catholic Church, is considered a credible institution by public opinion and trusted for her solidarity and concern for those in greatest need. Again and again, the Church has acted as a mediator in finding solutions to problems affecting peace, social harmony, the land, the defense of life, human and civil rights, and so forth. And how much good has been done by Catholic schools and universities around the world. This is a good thing. Yet, we find it difficult to make people see that when we raise other questions less palatable to public opinion, we are doing so out of fidelity to precisely the same convictions about human dignity and the common good. Here ends our third reading.